nothing. It's been comfortable.
It really doesn't matter. Hold on, let me tweet this going out, so maybe we'll actually have somebody watch.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Let me tweet this shit. All right. Okay, so we here's some updates. Let us give you some updates about the snakes and tell you how they're doing first.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been through a lot with the snakes in the last
It's been like 3 months.
3 months,
Something
since
like that.
6 months.
Yeah.
So so a couple of weeks ago, we had a baby bunny that was like maimed on the side of our house, and we were going to get our house power washed, so we couldn't just leave this bunny there to get stepped on or whatever. So it was the tiniest little baby bunny.
Yeah, I found it there because I was like cleaning up, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is that? And
Yeah.
it's like twitching, and I'm like, oh.
So sad. But yeah, we were doing a spring cleaning before we get our house power washed, and she comes across this dying bunny, right? So I pick up the bunny, I put it like in a little Tupperware dish with a little blanket and all that shit, and I'm trying to get the bunny's back legs to move, and the back legs are not moving. It has like a little puncture wound in its back, and like, you know, I'm guessing it was paralyzed by whatever grabbed
critter, bird, whatever.
Yeah, Lord only knows what happened with this poor thing. So I figured the nicest thing to do, honestly, other than cut its head off with a machete,
Yeah.
which I've had to do before, would be to give it to the snake, right? I was like, all right, well, you know, this saves me a trip to the store, right? So I give it to Anastasia, right there, right there, and I give the rabbit to Anastasia. She comes out, she sniffs it, and then she's like, yeah. So she didn't want the
rabbit
bunny,
yeah,
right? So I ended up having to kill this thing. So anyways, the next week a few days later, I tried to give Anastasia a rat, and she refuses it, which is like the first time that she's ever refused a meal.
Yeah, no, she's never refused food.
Yeah, she grabbed onto the rat, but it was kind of like a it was non-committal.
Yeah.
Right. And so the rat escapes. Then we have this pet rat now for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, in the feeding tank. The rats, I don't trust Henry to eat a rat because he's
still not there.
He's not there yet. And like I don't want him to get hurt. So we ended up with this pet rat, right? And so the rat lived at our house for a couple of weeks, and then finally our neighbor who has a ball python. You've seen the Mowgli's dad.
Yeah.
Took it, and we finally got rid of this rat. So there's been shedding problems. They're ready to upgrade to their new separate, because we have them in a split tank. I want to get 2 of those and take the wall out.
So they each have their own.
They each have their own enclosure, but we could possibly be moving. So I don't know. We'll probably wait till after we figure out if we're moving or not. So, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with the snakes. The snakes otherwise are doing pretty okay. We've been doing a lot of
letting them outside. We've been letting them out.
We've been taking them outside in the yard a lot. We've been doing a lot of free ranging, you know, and that comes with problems too. We bought like this pack and play thing for them to throw things in, and then the snake takes a shit in there, and then we had to clean all that fucking shit up, and then
that hasn't happened again.
Yeah, we stopped using that.
Pack and play for nothing.
Yeah, she shit all over the dog toys that I put in there.
So the dogs had to rinse their toys.
Yeah, we had to wash the toys. It was a big nightmare. So then so we've been letting her out, and then she took a shit out on the floor, which was actually easier to clean up. But
she's such a troublemaker.
Yeah. So it's just been stuff like that, and we're gonna start making our snake videos. We've owned ball pythons now for over a year, right? How long has it been?
Over a year. It'll be a year. Yeah, about a year and 4 months or something like that.
Whatever. Yeah, and I had a ball python when I was a kid, so I feel like we're not experts, obviously, but we know enough to help beginners with some of the basic questions, if that makes sense. Stupid things like, you know, what humidity should it be? What temperature should it be? What happens if my snake doesn't eat? All those kinds of things. Frozen versus live, those kinds of questions, basic beginner questions that somebody who doesn't own a ball python would want to know. So we're going to do a whole series of videos just with that. And we're going to keep it under 2 minutes. And the reason why we want to do that is because one of the, I've mentioned before that one of the most irritating things to me is like when I'm trying to like get like a very basic question answered, and some dickhead makes like a 30-minute video because like they didn't write a script or
Doesn't
plan
answer the question until like 20 minutes in. And you're
if
like,
they ever do. They
Yeah.
just it's, you know, like it's a single question is 30-minute video. It's like, come on, give me a fucking break. I'm like, a lot of times I'm standing there like in the middle of something trying to like let's say fix the toilet, right? Oh, like how do I fix the toilet? The fucking toilet's broken, and I'm standing there with like the little tools in my
you're like,
hand.
here's the story of me.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know,
Okay,
it's not
great.
just ball python videos. It's like every video, you know, like whether it's automotive, pet
Repairs,
care,
kitchen stuff,
yeah,
whatever.
whatever. Every dickhead makes these long ass videos because they don't write a script, they don't write a screenplay, they don't plan what the hell they want to say. So we want to create a whole series of videos that do that. So then that way, when somebody who doesn't own a ball python says, "Oh, you know what humidity should my enclosure be?" we can deliver a video that's under 2 minutes that gives them all the possible information that they, you know, could need.
Right.
and answer it in a fun, sexy way. So that's where we're going to go with the channel moving forward, doing more like things like that that are kind of useful. And the other reason why, and this is just being completely honest, the other reason why there hasn't been a whole lot of posts from us is because we really tried to get some other people participating in the channel. But here's the thing, I have to ask OnlyFans models to be part of the channel, right? And that's because that's the only people who are pretty much going to be confident enough to like
be a little
show,
bit sexy.
yeah,
At least
yeah.
like this kind of thing. Or even just low cut. I mean,
Right,
it doesn't
right,
have to be like, but still.
And plus, we work in porn, so I think some people like are like, oh, they're in porn, so that means I'm in porn if I work with, you know,
Right,
do
and then-
things with them. It's just like whatever. So what, for whatever reason, but I think the biggest reason, and I know this because one of our side businesses was helping OnlyFans models with their businesses, and I know this firsthand. Most of these OnlyFans models are fucking lazy. They're fucking lazy. They don't produce. They don't even produce their own, you know, porn. But you know, so they're never going to produce a snake video for our channel. You know, they're just lazy. And so we've had a bunch of people that said that they were going to do it. I give them like an outline. I give them a Dropbox to put shit in, and you know, I even offer to edit the videos for them and make it as easy as possible. They still don't fucking do it. They still don't fucking do it. Meanwhile, their OnlyFans hasn't been posted to in like 2-3 months.
You know, there's a couple hundred pictures and
Yeah,
a couple
it's
videos.
like these people. Great. Yeah, we're one of the few porn people who like really go out of our way to make sure that our fans see something new every single fucking day, because this is our job. You know, this is the only thing we do. And we did that even before when we had full-time jobs. We still managed to do it, you know, like it's these people, you know, I don't know what goes through people's heads. So it's become clear to me that this channel is going to be our channel. It's going to be pretty much all about us. And if we're lucky enough to find somebody to participate, great. But I'm not going to go out of my way trying to look for people.
It's too hard. You've tried so hard
yeah,
to look for people, and they're like,
yeah,
I'll get back to you, and then they never do. And it's
one
of those things.
Yeah. And then it's me chasing. I'm not going to chase anybody. You know, I don't even chase women for pussy anymore. So I'm not going to chase you for content. Yeah. I'm not even going to chase you for content. So that's for goddamn sure. So that's kind of where we're going with the channel, and why we haven't posted. The other big reason we haven't posted is because we've been producing some like exceptional porn. We're putting a lot of like effort into that. And that's where obviously our concentration should be, because that's what pays the bills. This channel.
This is just for fun.
Yeah, this is just for fun. And the other thing is we are thinking about relocating to a new place. So we're going to put up our house for sale, see if we can get what we want out of it. If we can't, we're not going to move. But if we get what we're asking for, we're going to relocate to a different area. We're not really that happy with the Tampa area in general. It's very congested. People around here drive like fucking assholes, and
It's just not as relaxing as we thought it was going to be.
yeah, and like when we moved to Florida, we were hoping for that old Florida vibe, and you're not going to get that in Tampa, and it's just not that
No.
kind of place.
Mm-mm.
So we're going to be trying a place where we think we're going to be happy for a few months, and if we're not happy there, we can find someplace else to
Right.
be. But we're pretty confident we know where we want to be.
Right,
So.
at least that area.
So we'll see what happens with that. But the reason why that's taking a lot of time, if you could see the guitar room, it's empty. Our entire house looks like that because we had a stage. We have to stage the house for open houses and the pictures and stuff like that. So we had to like pack all of our crap and clean the baseboards and clean the ceiling fans and blah, 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 blah. Putting your house up for sale is a shitload of work. And we've been working on this now for
Months.
about months. So it's I thought it was going to just take us a couple of weeks to clean. It has been like
Since February.
yeah, it's been since February. So we had to clean up the outside, we had to clean up the inside.
Outside
But
took a lot longer than the inside.
yeah,
The outside was a pain
yeah,
in
the
ass.
outside was moving dirt, moving rocks, all sorts of stuff.
Right.
But so we're pretty much caught up now. Now we have a little bit more time to invest in this channel. So expect to see more things from us. Probably going to try to post at least 2 videos a month. And like I said, they're going to be not instructional videos, but like
Informative.
informative videos. Yeah, done in a fun, sexy way. And I think, oh, we got somebody here. I'm from the United Arab Emirates. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I appreciate you watching, but yeah.
Appreciate that you're here and watching, but your chances of getting with us is 0%.
Unless you're coming here. It's hard to get. No.
Let me guess, you're a rich guy from Dubai.
Maybe. All right. Well, anyway.
Anyways, so yeah, that's the story, and that's what's going on with us. But expect that we're going to have our attention a little bit more invested in this channel, and we're just going to make it all about ourselves since nobody wants to show their boobs apparently. So, but we want to.
Exactly.
Oh,
This way.
well, I got. Oh yeah, you like that. All right. So talk to you guys later.
Have a good weekend.